So technically, I mean, but
Spencer
hold
Park
on just a
donated
sec.
$100. I am a 32-year-old man that makes $800,000 a year, drive a supercar,
Let's
live in
go.
a penthouse,
Hell yeah.
and I can tell you money doesn't not affect my dating life.
Doesn't
matter how much money you have, women won't see you unless you are conventionally attractive.
Yeah, I definitely think looks are kind of like the main primary thing that has to come first. So, Spencer, can you tell us a little bit, like, obviously you're a successful dude, $800K a year, that's fantastic. Congratulations, man. Sounds like you have your life in order. Obviously, I don't know if you're prepared to submit a photo, but can you tell us a little bit about your appearance? Like, how would you rate yourself? How tall are you? Are you in good shape? I mean, race sometimes comes into play here, but so go ahead, John, you were about to say something.
I was just going to say,
Thank you, Spencer.
Women will often complain about the feminine standards placed on women. You got to have, boobs, ass, you got to have a skinny waist. Which is more unrealistic, the masculine standards placed on men or the feminine standards placed on women?
The masculine standards.
Well,
I think it's harder to get a six-pack for a man than it is for a woman to go get a BBL.
Is it harder to grow muscles or just not overeat?
It's harder to grow muscles.
So
we should maybe go around the table on this, and that's a good line of questioning. So, is it harder to be good looking as a woman or as a man?
Define as a man. As a man, harder? For sure.
Like life being harder?
No,
to look good, I think you said.
Just to be considered physically attractive. The steps it takes to be physically attractive.
Oh, yeah, man.
Definitely man.
Yeah, it's harder.
Define it harder, like
women, to be deemed attractive physically.
Well, for example, like you said, there's slim.
He's describing the way that it looks.
Oh, what?
It was in 100, so
was it 50?
Yeah.
I'll pull it up here in a sec. Let me see if I can hold on. Continue. Go ahead. Go ahead while I pull it up.
You just said let's say skinny waist, right?
Well, I was going to say, an example of this, I live in Vegas. You look at the strip clubs, right? Mm-hmm. And if you look at male versus female strippers, female strippers, just basically have to be fit and slender or curvy, I guess you would say, is the ideal body type. What is the ideal body type for a male stripper? He's got to have, he's got to be chiseled, right? He's got to have the body of a Greek god. That takes hours of, you have to become a gym rat. You have to be obsessed with that. And diet, nutrition. So, that's kind of, I think, where I'm going with this.
Right, absolutely. I 100% agree. Men have to put a lot of work, but just slightly depending on, physical time and effort. On that, I'll agree. But the reason that I'll have hard times agreeing on the harder part for women is because, like you said, slimmer waist. Mm-hmm. And yes, we can do the surgery, but first of all, cost money to earn money, not easy. Second of all, that's a cop-out a little bit. Would it be as easy physically, naturally, biologically for me to get that waist? I think it would be just as hard for me as for a guy. But yes, women, it's easier for a woman to use a cop-out in the 21st century.
Now, what if a man had a very successful status but had a dad bod versus a guy who's just, broke but he's an F-boy? Is it looks over money and status for you, or what would be?
I might be the wrong person to ask because I like dad bod.
You prefer dad bods?
Yeah. Well, prefer to what? To a scrawny little dude?
No, not that. But I'm saying if we talk about you, obviously, I seriously doubt that you prefer it over a man who's chiseled.
Well, yeah. Well, of course. But then there are different levels. If you could be chiseled and very skinny, and I will prefer dad bod over a skinny chiseled. But of course, a good chiseled. Yeah, will be better than a dad bod.